right, for our department meeting today, just a few little reminders, and then the biggest thing that we're going to talk about is the elective showcase that's coming up on December 4th. You have this document shared with you, so you can kind of click the links and look through this. If you guys would just send me one email with all your questions, I'll reply to that. I will be back in the building on Thursday, so just heads up with all that. So, first few things here at the beginning, the teacher facilitated PD and parent contact time that is due very soon. You should be able to see the totals spreadsheet on that Shawnee Mission North homepage. Fill out your forms. That's so we can get those 2 days off that week of Thanksgiving, Monday and Tuesday. So just keep that in mind, get that finished up. Another reminder, this week, Thursday and Friday, that would be the 13th and 14th, is our longer seminar on Thursday, paired with the assembly schedule on Friday. Thursday, we do have a little bit of a Character Strong thing. And then we have travel on Thursday as well. And then that Hunger Games assembly on Friday. We have that email from Stuco people about how to do the tickets and all that. So make sure you find that email. They pay a can to get into the assembly, all that stuff. It sounds like after the end of today, maybe like right now, the assignments for who's supervising where, when, all that will be coming out. So be on the lookout for what your responsibilities are on Friday for the assembly too. Okay, the next thing, the Instructional Technology Resource Hub for teachers. This is something that Brian Cleansing shared out in BLT. It's been a thing. We've probably at least kind of all seen it once or twice, but I kind of forgot about it. We're going to get different IT updates during BLT. This was kind of the main one during BLT last week, but just be aware that that is there. If we get any more direction from the district on AI, that's kind of the next big topic. They'll kind of add different resources to that resource hub as it pertains to AI as well. So just know that that's there. I assume it's on like the SMSD staff page somewhere, but yeah. Okay, junior class reward. They won something, quarter one stats, something like that. I don't know. You probably know. But their reward is they get open lunch for the first 2 weeks of December. I believe in the last newsletter that goes to kids and families, whatever that's called, North News. They shared this, a form went out, so they are gathering who is allowed to get open lunch. It's still structured very similar to how seniors do it. You have to have approval. They're gathering all that to get ready for December 1st through 12th, juniors open lunch. Okay, now the biggest thing, elective showcase. In the first of the month PLC, grade level PLC meetings last week, you kind of heard about this a little bit. I tried to catch a few of you who are directly involved in the elective showcase. Since I was not going to be here, but feel free if you have any more questions, let me know. It's a little different than just our typical elective fair. It is including all content areas. So we are going to have some different sessions for AP Stats, AP Calc A, B, and BC, Intro to Data Science, and College Algebra, just to try to help boost enrollment in those and make sure students know what those courses are and what they entail. So, when I edited this, I took all the dates off of it. So, under that first bullet of links, it says elective showcase during seminar Thursday. That is December 4th. Let me write that on here. That is 12/4. And then the Character Strong and Course Planner is during the assembly time on Friday. That is on 12/5. Now, that means they are coming to our seminar on that Thursday, and this Character Strong and Course Planner is also in our seminar on Friday. So both of those blocks of time on the Thursday and Friday, they will be in our seminar. The nice thing is on the Thursday for the elective showcase, they're only in our seminar for a little bit before they start rotating around to sessions, okay? So December 4th and December 5th for those. If you click on these links, I can't click on them here. I have them. Okay. So for these links, the first one has lots of information. I did go ahead and sign up the 3 of you I talked to. Deb, I haven't spoken to you about it yet, but I talked to Heather. I figured you and Heather could kind of work together on the college algebra session. But I put your names on the list for signing up. If you guys will just put like the capacity for your room, that would be great. That's the only thing I didn't fill in. And obviously, if anything else needs changing, do that. Teachers, you're setting up to host the session if you're one of those 3. Students are going to rotate around to 4 different sessions throughout. And then seniors are going to the auditorium. Oh, I think I said Aux Gym on the thing, but it looks like here they're going to the auditorium for something. So here's the time frame. In seminar for 10 minutes, making sure they know where they're going. 5-minute travel to session 1, 10 minutes in session 1, 5-minute travel to session 2, 10 minutes in, so on. Then they come back to seminar for the last 5 minutes. And like, there's some questions at the bottom of the worksheet. Oh, yes. Okay. So, in DLT, we were like, hey, can we get a paper where like in those first 10 minutes of seminar, they get a paper and they are writing down from Flex where they're going. So if session 1, they're going to go to Intro to Data Science, they're going to write room 256, Intro to Data Science. Then there's going to be like a blank space where they can take notes or anything like that. And then in the next box, it says session 2. Maybe they're going to go to Auto Tech and they write room whatever for Auto Tech. And then they know their schedule as they travel. It sounds like the reflection time, the last 5 minutes in seminar, are for some questions at the bottom of that paper. So that's supposed to be coming as kind of a paper they write their schedule down on, as well as take some notes on for the traveling and going from their 4 sessions. So you have access to that. Let's see. Next week's seminar, we are explaining this to our seminars, and they are picking their Flex sessions. That means that by the end of this week, they would like all those signups for the elective showcase and all of the Flex sessions created. I can help you create those if anyone has questions on how to do that. Brian Cleansing was supposed to set up that Thursday to where there are 4 of them ready for you to add a session to each 4. You're doing the same session 4 times in a row, back to back. So just setting up that you have one available for every single session so they can sign up when they need. Also next Tuesday after the school day, we have our staff meeting. They're going to review what that course planner looks like for the Friday time. That is the normal assembly time, but they're going to be in seminar for that Friday. If you're not hosting a session for the elective showcase, they're going to place us in hall duty or maybe supervising the seniors in the auditorium. So just be aware of that. If anyone who is hosting sessions would like a second person in their session, that's fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I would find a way to communicate that to like admin, so that they know that that person is not available for hall duty or for going to the Aux Gym or auditorium or whatever. So just heads up with that. Okay, if you have questions on that, let me know. If I missed a big chunk of anything, ask me. But we at least are going to get students signed up next week on Tuesday. So we need to make sure we have all that stuff set up. Enrollment calendar is there. It was kind of a messy enrollment calendar at first, but they've cleaned it up since the PPG got approved a little bit later, or hopefully will get approved at the December board meeting. But this is kind of when they're going to present versus when they're going to get all of that. These elective sessions that we're hosting will kind of help with the enrollment and selecting classes. So hopefully it is a way for us to get our information out to students. But there's all of that you have access to if you need. And then the last couple things from BLT, reviewing seminar protocols, that 5-minute travel in between or before session 1 and in between session 1 and 2. My students don't really adhere to this great, but really making sure they're back after the 5 minutes just to clear the hallways. I have let my students go get to the vending machine on that 5-minute travel, but it doesn't work. So now I'm back to writing paper passes for vending machines. So just knowing that there's a big old line down at the vending machines there. So the 5-minute travel is probably not enough. What to do if a student doesn't show up to a session, email the seminar teacher, double check. If we find the student has skipped or refused to leave seminar, include the administrator or counselor. To be honest, I forget to follow up. I just kind of mark them absent and move on. But I'm at least going to start doing this with repeat offenders. If I don't remember to do it for every single kid, every single day they don't show up, at least the ones who consistently are not showing up after requesting them. So, more feedback collected at the end of this semester, just to make any tweaks we need for semester 2. A lot of the other teachers were kind of asking about the priority versus required. Some people would like to see there be some like required days where like the required doesn't mean required. It means, hey, you get a choice. So it could be that 3 different teachers request them for required and the student chooses what one they need to go to or what is their self-made priority. Some of like the elective classes are like, well, they're always requested for a priority, like a core content, and then they never get to see those seminar students. So it sounds like they're kind of looking into a option of, oh, this time is going to be for required sessions, and then next week we'll be back to priority. So just be aware that could be coming through, that just so that students get a chance to visit all of them, not just their core content stuff. Hopefully that made some sense. Okay. And then the last thing, I got an email from Janie Morris about getting ready for enrollment for the next school year. The counselors are available to meet with anyone in our department who may be interested in providing more specific information regarding your courses. Sharing more detailed information than what is included in the PPG, so that if they meet with students individually, they have that information to share individually with students. We can meet anytime. I'm fine if like Andy wanted to talk specifically about Calc A, B, and BC and give them information. Andy, you can set up a time to meet with them. If there's just a lot of like little things and you guys would rather me just set up a meeting with them and share all of our like little things, that's fine too. Just kind of talk about it with you guys there now and see what you're thinking. But I don't mind kind of sharing what all we talk about, or if people have very specific things they want to share about their courses, that is okay too. It doesn't need to come from me. So, yeah, just let me know what you're thinking with that. Again, send me one email with any questions you guys have. I will reply to those and get back to you. Thanks.